Hello everybody! This is a video that I've been thinking about doing for a little while now. A friend of mine is getting into LPing and I thought that would probably be a good time to make this video. This is a video for people who have more or less figured out the basic logistics of creating a video of themselves, playing a game with commentary on it, but want some more guidance, some more tips, and also just to kind of show how to solve certain issues that you're most likely going to run into. For instance, a copyright claim on your video, since you are, for the most part, uploading copyrighted content. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing that I'll go into is what I do before I start recording. So before I start recording, I always go into the program that I'm using to record with. In this case, I'll use Fraps since most people use Fraps. And I just look over all these settings to make sure they are where I want them to be. Once I've done that, I want to go into the mixer, and if you mess with the audio levels in the mixer, if they're below 100%, a lot of times, Windows 7 at least, will reset this back to 100. So if you don't mess with these and you just keep that 100%, you don't have to look this over, as it should be fine. But if you do mess with this, always go back and make sure that this is set where you had it. Next thing that you want to do is take a 5 to 10 second clip of you just talking to the mic and then making sure that the game audio can be heard in the recording. Now, some games don't like being alt-tabbed, so you can preview the video real quick. In such cases, what you can do in Fraps is go into General and say Record from Desktop, and then just talk into the mic, and then click like so. Look over the video. If you can hear yourself and the double ding there, you know that Fraps is recording from both your microphone and the desktop, and thus the game. Next, I want to go into just general management of files. So I'm going to open up the editor that I use, which is AdVDMX, or however you want to say it. Now, Fraps, when you record with Fraps, goes and splits everything up into 4 gig files. What you never want to do is this. You don't want to drag and drop a bunch of files in here, because sometimes, for whatever reason, it won't be in the order that you want it to be in. And scrubbing through, it won't always be obvious that something is not in the correct order. So you want to avoid that. You want to drag and drop each file individually. It's super annoying and tedious, but it's better to be safe than sorry. You don't want to end up rendering a video that's out of order. Next thing is to make sure that after you've rendered a video, to check that rendered video. So what I do is go in here and I make sure that I can hear the audio, and I just kind of click through here like so, making sure that the audio is in sync, that the video is good, and I always go through all the way up until the very end, because you don't know if something in here is corrupted and the file will just stop playing. Thus YouTube will just get all blah on you because you're trying to upload a corrupted file. Next is just how I order things. I tend to make a file for each and every single LP that I've done. I could probably do this a little better. As you can see here, I have everything nice and labeled. But another thing that I want to go into here is that this is a recording of a game that allows you to have multiple saves. As you can see here, I have LP 19, 20, 21. I have a save just before the start of every video. That's about it for file management. As you upload content to YouTube, you're inevitably going to run into the issue where one of your videos is going to be flagged with copyrighted content. So I'm going to show you how to deal with that and where you can keep an eye on it. I'll also show you where you can view whether or not your account's been flagged or has a strike against it. So first, what you want to do is go to Video Manager, over here. We are on that screen. On the left, you'll see Copyright Notices. Go to it. And you'll be presented with a screen with all of the videos that have third-party content detected. You will want to come into this screen about once a week just to make sure that nothing's been retroactively detected, as that can occasionally happen. You'll see here at the bottom fainted text that says acknowledged third-party content. When it's not been acknowledged, it'll be in blue. Should be in blue. Click on it and you'll be taken to this screen. The video will automatically scrub to the first piece of third-party content that's been detected. As you can see, it's Eskimo's Cloudlight, being claimed by Merlin Ninja 2. There's also another piece of content that's been detected, and it also has a timestamp. Very convenient. I wish I could show you what the unacknowledged screen looks like, but basically you'll be presented two options: yes and dispute. Unless you are partnered with a third-party partner that is going to dispute the claim, do not ever dispute. Just say yes and move on. Now, if you're not comfortable with this, or you think it's unfair or whatever, you can take the video down and edit it. But as long as you acknowledge it, you should be fine. Also, as you can see here, your video is blocked in some countries. If you click on it, it'll give you a list of the countries that the video is blocked in. In this case, it's Germany. Don't know why it is. Now, of course, you want to make sure that your account hasn't been flagged, and you can see this by going back to the management page and going to channel settings. And here you'll be presented with the all the good details. So as you can see, here's my account, partner verified, community guidelines good standing, copyright strikes good standing, content ID claims good standing. Also have everything available to me here. So even though I have third-party content detected, because I've acknowledged it in a timely manner, I'm still in good standing. Moving on, you can kind of somewhat become a partner with YouTube. It's like this weird loose partnership thing. It's not an official partnership. I'm not really sure how it's all done or what it all is. But you can basically get to a point where you can monetize your videos and you have extra options unlocked. For instance, custom thumbnails. Now, I only became a partner for the custom thumbnails and all that, because that's just something fun and a little extra mess with. But I probably wouldn't monetize my videos unless I was doing that with a third party. Because YouTube tends to not like video game videos being monetized, because it's a weird gray area. So they would rather have a third party to point to if anything comes up. Anywho, in channel settings you can view monetization crap here. Again, I don't mess with it, because I doubt I actually make anything from this. Here, just some default settings, so you can put default tags. I put my name here for no real reason, really. You can choose your license, your category, gaming, entertainment, whatnot. You can have default as private or unlisted, public. You can have a default title and a default description, and whether or not you want your videos to be defaulted with certain kind of ads and all that. You can also customize default video location. All this can be changed through the video management area. This is pretty interesting. All this does is it puts a little icon on your video that shows up on all of your videos that when a person clicks on it will take them to the front page of your channel. That's all it does. It's just a neat little thing. I like it. It's cute. Here you have feature video. This basically allows you to feature a video across all your videos. So if I wanted Parasite EU or my Sleepy Dogs is Nonsense video featured across all my channels, I can have that if I want people to pay attention to that. Associated websites, I don't really know what this is, honestly. Weird. Finally, I would like to show off a few tools that I've found very, very handy. First is Xnote Stopwatch. It's free and it's awesome. Here it is. This is in its compact form, non-compact form. I like it in the compact form. You can change the opacity, the color. I think you can change the numbers or how they look. Can also change the time format, so I have decimals enabled, but decimals are useless for me. There you go. It also has hotkeys. I have it bound to my numpad 0, and guess what? Also have fraps bound to numpad 0. This thing is freaking awesome. It does one thing, and it does it super well. It's very flexible, and it's free. So, no reason not to check it out. The second tool is Audacity. I'm sure a lot of people know what Audacity is. It's a very nice, robust, and free tool for audio editing. I've found it very, very handy many times for many different things. Post-commentary, editing, the odd audio clip in the video, etc., etc. And there are tons of tutorials on how to fully utilize it. And then lastly, Avidemux, or Avidmux, however you want to call it. This thing is also very invaluable to me because I have not found a tool that can compress video as well as this tool does, and it does some very light editing, so you can change the brightness. You can also crop and resize and all that. I can't say enough good things about Avidmux. It's just awesome, and I will have a link for all three of these tools in the description below. So anyway, hopefully you found this video helpful. My voice is pretty much shot now. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. Tips. And also just to kind of show how to solve certain issues that you're most likely going to run into. For instance, a copyright claim on your video, synth chord width. In this case I'll use fraps since most people use fraps. And I just look over all these settings to make sure they are where I want them to be. Once I've done that, I want to go into the mixer, and if you miss... This is a video for people who have more or less figured out the basic logistics of creating a video of themselves, playing a game with commentary on it, but want some more guidance, some more tips. You are, for the most part, uploading copyrighted content. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing that I'll go into is what I do before I start recording. So before I start recording, I always go into the program that I'm using to Hello everybody! This is a video that I've been thinking about doing for a little while now. A friend of mine is getting into LPing, and I thought that would probably be a good time to make this video.